Okay, let's see here. Let me see if everything is all good. Okay, I think I'm live, so great. All right, so if you're new to the channel, my name is Jessica Hicks. I am a corporate recruiter. I've spent years of my time working in the HR field. So I wanted to bring today a video that will be specifically targeted to job seekers. So job seekers that are wanting to find jobs online, I always recommend a site called LinkedIn.com. If you watch any of my videos, you will see me talk about LinkedIn.com a lot. So that is why, because I feel like it is a great tool from a recruiting perspective, but then also from a job seeker perspective, it's a great tool as well. And I'm going to address why in this video. And let me see here. I'm actually going to show my screen as well. Let me see here. I am using StreamYard, but StreamYard has just notified me yesterday that I am approaching my limit of hours that I can record on here. So I may have to get the package to keep coming on live, but we'll see. Okay, let me see if I can share this way. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how I can share my screen because I'm using another window. But I want to talk through these points. So LinkedIn, why am I always recommending people that are looking for a job to use LinkedIn specifically? Why not Indeed.com, or why not Dice.com for IT folks, or Monster, and all of these different other job sites that are equally, good for certain purposes. But the reason I always talk about LinkedIn is because there are more than 20 million companies listed on the site. So that is my biggest reason. You want to be where the companies are so that you can find those job opportunities. And let me see something really quick here. Oops. Don't know if I shared myself out. Oops. Okay, anyway, so that's the biggest reason I say use LinkedIn, is because there are more than 20 million companies that are listed on that site in particular. The other piece of this is there are 87% of the recruiters. So these are the ones that are actually going out to find and attract talent. They are the ones using LinkedIn. It's 87% of recruiters. So I have used the analogy a lot of, if you're shopping for shoes, I mean, you're going to go to a shoe store over just a generic, I don't know, Walmart. You're going to go to a specialized area. So the same way, if you're looking for a job, you're not just going to go to any job site. You're going to want to go to a site where the most recruiters are and the most companies are listed, and where they're branding themselves and where they're actually sharing their job opportunities as well. So that is why I'm constantly talking about LinkedIn all the time, is because I really want to help job seekers. And I know from my own experience, as well as the data that shows, that you're more likely to find something, especially if you are in the professional services spectrum, like sales, marketing, accounting, IT, HR, all these different fields. If you're looking for those type of jobs, I want to say it even more. You have to have a profile on LinkedIn, and you have to target LinkedIn in your job search. So that is my why. And so I'm going to go through some points here before I start sharing my screen, showing LinkedIn job site and walking through how you can really use keywords. And you can actually use some different tips I'll provide to you to target your search and find the exact jobs that you're looking for on LinkedIn. Now, if there are questions that come through about other job sites like Indeed, I will definitely talk about that. But I want to focus this on LinkedIn because, again, that's where 87% of recruiters are, and 20 million companies and open jobs are posted on that site. All right, so the first thing I want to just share is that You want to create a profile, and you want to make sure you're keeping your profile up to date. Why do I say this? It's because recruiters, that 87% of recruiters that I was talking about, you're going to be better able to allow them to actually proactively find you for job opportunities. So what sounds better? You constantly looking for a job yourself, or you're looking for a job, but then you're also in a space that allows companies and recruiters to actually look for you and share jobs to you. I would definitely choose the latter. It definitely is a two-pronged approach, and you're more likely to get better results from that as well. So I'll talk through the profile. What are some things that you want to have? And then we'll also talk about the big thing here is the keywords. Like, how do you target and use keywords so that you can actually show up in a recruiter search? And then later on in the video, I will talk about actually going out and finding jobs using keyword searches and filters and all of that. Let me see. Oh, hey, Edward Smart. Nice to see you in here. Hey, Partly Cloudy. Nice to see you guys. Happy Saturday. And I look a little more, I don't know, festive today. I just needed to be a little extra. I was in a mood today, not feeling too great, but the show is going to go on. I'm going to share this information. But yeah, I added a little extra to my look today. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen here. Share. I think I want this one. Wait. Actually, let me create a new screen. I am going to make one just for LinkedIn. Okay, there we go. I'm going to see if this works. Okay, let's see here. And hello, Mr. Wise. Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. All right, let me know if you guys can see my screen. I definitely want this to be clear enough to play back. I see someone has just messaged me on LinkedIn, so I'm going to close out some of this stuff. All right, and I've got 2 messages that I need to respond to and 2 people I probably need to connect with on LinkedIn. But this is the overall website, right? So you're going to see here on the left side, here's my profile. I can go there. I have a headline. I just say talent advisor at IT at Nestle. And then if you scroll down, you can see some recent articles and things of that nature. So people stay on LinkedIn because there's a lot going on out here. There are news feeds that are here, similar to Twitter. There's a lot of information as far as people that you can follow and what they're sharing. And then as you're seeing, companies like Paycom, they're promoting themselves out on this website. So again, that's why I say, for a job seeker, and really even business professionals, people that have their own business, don't pass up on LinkedIn, because there's a lot of people. There are millions of people out here on LinkedIn, and some of them can either be an opportunity for you to get a job, or even an opportunity for you to get some sales. So let me know, guys, if you can see. Mr. Weiss says, I see it with the shades on. Love that. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, so let's go with just an overview of a profile. So I'm just going to use my own. I'm not going to use anyone else's profile. And I will tell you there's some things that I can improve on my LinkedIn as well. Like, I need to update my headshot for one. So we'll walk through here. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is actually the headshot, because when you join LinkedIn, some people actually don't want to show their face. And I get reasons why you may not want to show your face. However, this is going to be one of the first things I would recommend that you do when you create your profile, is to get a nice headshot. And with a good headshot, you're going to be 14 times more likely to receive page views. So people would be able to see you, go to your profile, and see what you're all about, and that can lead to opportunities for you. Now, okay, here are a couple things I want to mention about the picture. it should be nice. So what I mean by nice is you want that photo to be clear, just of yourself. There should be no cats in your picture. And yes, I have seen that myself multiple times where got a guy and then there's this cat hanging like on his shoulder and it's like this random thing. So you definitely want to make it about you. A lot of times you're going to get a headshot when you join a company. So I always recommend when you join a new company and they take that nice picture of yourself, you want to make yourself look really nice that day. And you want to save a copy of that for yourself. So whenever you leave that company, because we know, I mean, the times of staying at a company for 20 years are pretty much gone in most scenarios. But whenever you leave that company, you want to be able to keep that headshot and have it and be able to update. So that's a really easy way to get it for free. Or you can definitely, take a snapshot or have someone else take a snapshot of you. And some people even have professional photos taken. So those are some tips. I, of course, recommend the free 99 version where the company does it for you. The next thing I would just say is with your profile, you definitely want to have portions filled out. The most important thing is going to be your heading. And so that's where I actually have some work to do. Now, with my profile, I've got a couple things going on. So I do consulting work. I am also working at Purina and then also at IT and Nestle. So that's what I have highlighted there. Now I can list more things here under IT and Nestle, but I don't have that there. So that's an opportunity for me. Why I say include your keywords under your under your job is because the more keywords you have and the more skills you're listing, the more quickly you're going to pop up into someone's search. So you're probably going to pop up on a recruiter's search page, and you might be the first page of 10 people. So you definitely want to be one of the first people that a recruiter sees. And so if someone was to be looking for a recruiter and they're searching the keyword recruitment, I would be hopefully coming up in their search, right? And so you can see there's plenty of places that you can look for where you can place keywords in here. The other area that you can place in your keywords are going to be when you go down to skills and endorsements. You can actually list out your skills, you can get recommendations. So all of this stuff, anything on your page is actually going to show up in a search. So it does not target just your recent experience. It targets everything. So if someone else commented about you, and I'm scrolling through here, so hopefully I'm not making anyone dizzy, but if someone else comments about you and they say, hey, this person's a great recruiter, or this girl's saying a great facilitator, any of that will pop up in the search. And so I have some more, another recommendation it looks like down here. But that's what you want. You want to have multiple keywords that are showing up in your profile. And if I wanted to add a new skill, I could easily do that. Type that into search. I think I might have hit my limit, but let me see here. Human resource development, I guess. Yeah, I hit my limit, so that's why it's not letting me add anymore. But if you are new to LinkedIn, you'll be able to add like a couple of these different skills that will come up, or you'll be able to search a skill in there. So I've reached my limit though, I think in here, so. And then, so you can see that people can also endorse you for different skills. So for recruiting, I have 64 people that have endorsed me. Interviews, 48 people. Social media, 48. So, there's a lot that you can add in here. The main things I would say is to focus on your about section. You definitely want that to be about who you are, a really quick snapshot about you and your experience. And then you definitely want to target, as I said, opportunity for me is your more recent job experience. So you want to have some bullets in here talking about what it is that you do on a day-to-day. And this is where you can really load in some great keywords about what you do. So where do you find the keywords? Where you're going to find these keywords are by either using Google and searching Talent Advisor jobs and seeing what pops up. So talent advisor can also mean recruiter. recruitment specialists, sourcing specialists, so many different keywords for that. The same as accounting and finance. You can see finance liaison, finance analyst, all these different key terms. You can actually include some of that in here. And when you see a job description, all the things they list as qualifications or skills that are needed, you want to put that into your LinkedIn profile as well. Let me see here. I am doing well, Edward. Thanks for asking. I noticed I'm not looking at the comments over here. Let's see. Hey, real brother. Y'all know Jess paid for that. I actually need to update my headshot, real brother. But yeah, I need to update my own headshot. So I will probably need to get someone to do it for me because I'm not a photographer. So let's see. The next thing I want to talk about on this is just some stats. So I want to always make sure that I am proving why you need to add keywords and skills to your profile. So why do I have to add all these different keywords? Why do I have to add in all these skills? What's the point? Well, people that are actually posting up their skills on LinkedIn are going to be 13 times more likely to have profile views compared to those who don't. And this is per LinkedIn data themselves. So there's like over 45,000 skills that you can choose from on LinkedIn that you can beef up your profile with. So you don't want to leave anything out about your current skills and objectives. So like I said, for me, I have some opportunity to increase the keywords that I'm including in my profile and add into some skills, maybe update the skills. Like I said, I've kind of maxed out my skills on LinkedIn, so I may need to swap some of those key terms out. I can't imagine that all of those skills that I have listed are all up to date. So I'll have to go through and look at that sometime next week because I'm actually working on this myself, as I said. So the other thing is to use your headline, and that is going to be, let me see if I'm going to share my screen again just to show that. So the headline, what is the headline? The headline is this up here. I'm going to highlight it. This up here. So if I'm searching for someone's profile, this is the first thing I'm going to see. I'm going to see your picture. I'm going to see your name. I'm going to see if you have a certification behind your name. And then I'm going to see like your location and whatever your title is. That's what's going to, attract me to your profile. So if someone's looking for a talent advisor and they're interested in someone working at a large company, they may click on my profile. So that's the whole point of the headline. It's just a quick way to get an idea of what someone's doing. Now, I won't show any photos or show any names out here, but there are definitely some folks that have some interesting taglines that have nothing to do with what they actually are doing professionally. Like, I remember a colleague of mine shared, someone had like a profile tagline about their comedian life or something, but what they did was more finance and accounting. So it was very interesting. Like, if you were looking for a finance and accounting guy, you most likely wouldn't click on his profile just from his tagline. So just be careful with this when you're updating. Let me see here. The other thing you'll see on your profile too, or if you're following articles, you'll see different, if someone's coming to my page, they'll be able to see what type of things I'm posting. So I post a lot of information. I post any jobs that we are recruiting for. That's what I share out on my profile. So I focus on tech recruitment, so that's a lot of what I share. And then what else did I want to talk about as far as the profile? I think that was it. Okay, so overall with the keywords, my main point with that is you just want to make sure that stuff is updated, because if you don't, you may just get passed by recruiters that are looking for your exact background. Okay, so I think I talked about the highlighting the recent experience. We looked at my own profile and said, ooh, Jessica, you could add some, more keywords under your recent experience. So you definitely want to do this. I've seen scenarios where oftentimes when this happens is you start a new job and you don't even think to update your LinkedIn profile because you're no longer looking. But then let's say 6 months to a year out, you're looking again and you kind of have to scramble to update your LinkedIn profile. So to make sure that people are able to find you. So definitely make sure you're doing that. And then the other thing I want to highlight is, and I got to find it, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen like that. But I need to find it. But you can actually set your page to basically show that you're looking for a job, so that recruiters know that you're looking and you're open to work. Thank you, Edward. Looking Hawaiian today. I wish I was in Hawaii. I will tell you that. Let me see. Jason, I'm here but late to the chat. That's okay. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Okay, so let me see if I can find it because I haven't done this in a while. But I know that recruiters, when we're looking and we're searching for actual talent, we will look at the folks that are setting their profile to they're open to work or they're available to work. So let me see if I can find that really quick. Okay, so here it is. It was where I thought it was at. Okay. All right, back to the sharing. So I got to this page by just going to my settings. So let me go back. Let's go back. All right, so if you go here to your profile and you go to just manage, or not here, settings and privacy, you will see, you can, edit all of that stuff, but you see this job seeking preferences. And you can actually share, you can actually note how you want to share your profile, I think. So I think they changed this. Let me make sure. Yes, so signal your interest to recruiters at companies you've created job alerts for. You can actually change that. I have no, but if I'm looking for a job, I can change that to yes, so that my targeted companies, and I do recommend targeting companies. I'll talk about why in a little bit, but you definitely want to make sure that they can see that you're open to work and you're looking for a job, because that's who they're going to look at first. All right, so I'm going to get out of there. Okay. Apparently Jay-Z is trending. Jay-Z aims for equality in cannabis. Interesting. I might have to look at that later. Okay, so the next point I wanted to note. So we talked about letting people know that you're available, you're setting your profile to open to work, you're letting companies, targeted companies know you're open for new opportunities. So the next thing I want to talk about here is just when you first get started, you definitely want to use the networking capabilities in LinkedIn. So with networking, you can actually connect with folks out here. When you first get your page, I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. Okay, so when you first get your LinkedIn account set up, you are going to basically have the option to convert your email contacts over to LinkedIn. So to let them know, like, hey, you're on LinkedIn now, and you can actually connect with them so that you can see and follow what they're doing. They can connect with you back, or they can accept your connection, and you're kind of privy to either your college friends or your professors, your past coworkers, whatever, even family and friends, whoever you have in your contacts list. So this is really cool because if you're looking at a company, and we're going to look at job searching, so using keywords and using that to navigate your job search on LinkedIn, you'll actually get to see who you know who works at a company. And this is very powerful. I just did a survey or a poll on my community page, and I asked folks, what's the next topic you want me to share in a video? And I want to say it was 45% of folks that said they want to know about how you can network. Well, LinkedIn is a great tool that helps you network online. You know, there aren't as many meetup groups or aren't these big conferences of things where we can network naturally that way. So LinkedIn, especially right now, is a great way to stay in touch with your connections and network with folks in the short term, but then also in the long term. Like, you can reconnect with people. And when you are searching for a job, you can reach out to someone that's at the company. LinkedIn will tell you when you look at, when you look at, I don't know, Microsoft, and you have two people that work there and you went to school with them, you can see that. And you can reach out to them, connect with them before you apply or after you apply, so that you can get hopefully you can get that referral, so that it's more likely that you'll have a conversation with someone from the recruiting team or hiring team, and just increase your odds of getting the job, because you're no longer just a resume among hundreds. You're now an actual name. Someone is vouching for you and saying, hey, look at Edward Smart. Like, I want you to talk to Edward Smart. He's got this great security background. You have this director of security role. I want you to talk to him because X, Y, and Z. And so that's how you build those connections and turn those connections into job opportunities. All right, so just wanted to make that, put that point out there. Now, you have on LinkedIn this thing called first, second, and third connections. You're going to want to have first connections because you're going to be able to see, different things. You're going to be able to actually directly reach out to them. When you see second and third connections, those are folks that you may not know, but you might be kind of connected with them in a way because you went to school with them, or LinkedIn is really smart about targeting, like, hey, you went to the same school with this person, or you worked at the same company, 5 years ago, or whatever. So that is the first, second degree tiering that LinkedIn does. And let me see if I can see anyone that I have that's like that. Dun, dun, dun. So if I accept this is going to be a first connection. Let me look through some of my connections. Or if I were to search, let me see. Accounting. And if I search for people, then you're going to be able to see different folks in here. So this lady is a second connection, and it's probably because we have we have some shared connections. So she's a second connection to me. So it's recommending her first. If there's a third connection, that just means we have probably little to nothing or less in common. And then if I had any first connections that would come up, that would meet my, criteria or search criteria would come up as well. So let me see what's next on my list to talk about. Okay, so now we're going to get into, because I talked about all the main points of LinkedIn just as highlights. So now we're going to go into searching and finding companies that you're actually interested in. And so here's my recommendation all the time. I always recommend having a targeted list of companies that you want to apply to, because what you can do is just go to the company website and see jobs that way and follow the companies and get updates. So I don't know what companies I'm following. I don't really like McDonald's, but I heard something earlier today. The guy in my building was talking about McDonald's at ordering at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I guess that's why it's in my brain. Let me see here. So I could follow McDonald's. I can search McDonald's site, do some research about the company. What are they about? It shows the stock price and everything. It shows the recent post. You can kind of get a feel of the company. You can look at the jobs. So a lot of times when I'm sharing job opportunities, I even look at a targeted list. Like I'll get updates on places that are having hiring surges. And I always like to make sure that the company is legit. So I'll do some research on the company website, on Google, and also LinkedIn, just to make sure that the jobs that I'm getting shared are actually legit, still available, and this is a real company, because I know there are some job scams. So this is a great tool to just use for your overall research. And if whatever process you are with a company, you should always be doing research about that company. You want to know potentially where you're going to be moving to. You want to know some of the ins and outs of the company as much as you can, and know what you can find out on the internet, which again, LinkedIn makes it really easy to do this. We not only have Google, but we have LinkedIn. So it puts everything up for you. But then two, you know what you might need to ask about based off of what you couldn't find. So you can actually search in here. You can say, hey, I want to work at McDonald's, right? And then you can type in here, what are some of the keywords? So if it were me, I would search recruiting, but I'm going to think of something else like marketing. If I were in marketing, and you guys can let me know too, what you want me to search in here, but marketing or sales. And then I can do a search. And let's see what comes up. So you can see in here, there are 4,607 results for marketing or sales. Now, let me see what might have come up if I just did marketing. So there's only 164 results. So this goes back to my earlier point about you definitely want to use synonyms for a job. So if for me, recruiting, there's so many different ways you can say recruiting, but all getting at the same type of jobs, right? Well, with marketing, you can use marketing, sales, you can use public relations, communications. All of these are very similar to get and broaden your search so that you can find more job opportunities. So you could say marketing, and this is what I'm doing is using a Boolean search. So I can go deeper into this in another video if anyone's interested in that. But you would put marketing or sales, or you could put PR, or you can say public relations to get more out of your search. So let's see what happens. So we got even more places. So we're targeting worldwide here. So we're going to have a lot of results anyway. But now we're seeing in here 4,639 results. So it really helps to broaden your search by using these or. So Boolean modifiers, you could definitely change these up. I'm trying to broaden it, but you could also limit it. Let's say you only wanted marketing jobs that were, let me see, maybe you want it to be targeted to e-commerce or digital. So you want these keywords in here. You could search for that too and lessen the amount of jobs you want to look at. Like maybe I don't want to look at 4,309 jobs, right? I just want to target it to a top 50 or a top 40 jobs that I can literally apply to maybe over a weekend. Well, if you target it this way using Boolean modifiers and ors, not parentheses, you can actually target your search better and get to better results. So you see here, there are 33 results. And so the jobs have changed a bit, but they're marketing jobs that have the digital and e-commerce experience that my made up person is looking for, right? So they're going to go through this list. They're going to see these roles. So maybe they don't want a manager role. Maybe they're just looking for a specialist role. Well, maybe they can say this. Maybe it has to say specialist somewhere in here. And you'll see that some of those manager roles were taken away. So see supervisor media relations, reporting analyst, digital ops consultant, and a CRM deployment specialist. So narrowed it down to 4 results. So you can actually go in and target specifically, hey, here's what I am looking for. Now, for me, and I learned this as a recruiter, because recruiters do this exact thing that I'm showing you, but instead of looking for jobs, they're looking for people. So I'm going to go in and search these same keywords, but I'm not looking for, a job at McDonald's. I'm looking at actual people who have these keywords in their profile. So it goes back to my point. You want to have a profile that's well built out, has those keywords and skills listed, because those are the same words that a recruiter like me is going to be using to find people. So you want to not only be doing this work, but you also want to have someone else kind of doing the work for you. Have LinkedIn help recruiters to find you, so that you can also have someone like me reaching out to you saying, hey, real brother and Barry Johnson, I want you to come work for me. I saw your profile. I saw that you're doing X, Y, and Z. Let's have a chat. You want to build those type of connections out here on LinkedIn. And the best way you can do that is to, use this two-pronged approach where you're searching for jobs using these different keywords. Again, I can walk more into that probably in another video, but you're just using Boolean search and using these modifiers like and, ors, and not, and parentheses, and all these things to really narrow down your search. What I think a lot of people do is they go too broadly and they're just searching for everything. They're searching for whatever comes up and they're just hitting apply. Because I get it, you just need a job. You're just like, I don't care, I'll take it. It looks good, I can do this job, I will take it. But where you get the best results is when you have a better strategy around it and when you have a very targeted search. So that would be my biggest recommendation. Let me take a break and look at some comments. Let me take this down again for a second. Hopefully I'm not giving people whiplash by going back and forth between the screens. Let me see here. Okay, so you said if I join LinkedIn for a job at McDonald's, that national minimum wage is going to have to eclipse $15 a week. So, and I will say this. So when you actually made me think about something. So with LinkedIn is definitely for targeted job searches for professional jobs, I would say, but you can also find hourly jobs as well. And I have this annoying, like, I parted my hair this way overnight, so I have this annoying part, and I hate having a middle part. I didn't really think that through last night because I went to bed a little late, but it is annoying. So I'm going to be messing with my hair a lot because of that. It's super annoying. But yeah, you can look for, I want to point this out, you can look for professional and hourly jobs. Just use different keywords. If I were looking for a cashier job at McDonald's, I just can't imagine living on that, of course, to a real brother's point. But you can look for really anything. If a company is posting to LinkedIn and they're paying, what companies will do is they will pay for packages so that they can share their jobs on LinkedIn. And they will even do targeted ads to people. Like when I go to a different company's page, half of the time I'm seeing, hey, imagine yourself at this company in this job. They have an opening, and it's promoting for you to click that job. So a lot of sites do this, Facebook, Instagram, they all do these different ads on the website. So there's so many different approaches that LinkedIn takes, and these companies are actually paying money to have access to the people that are on LinkedIn and to be able to post their jobs out there because there's millions of people there. Let's see here. You can refine the search. Yes, and that's my biggest thing that I want people to know. And hopefully people watch the playback and get through it enough to get these points, because most people, when they attack, okay, I need a job, what they're doing is they're going to, normally it's Indeed, and LinkedIn just doesn't have as much it just doesn't have as much power as LinkedIn when it comes to networking and, you know, being able to share articles and have discussions and connect with people. It takes away that people approach is literally just a job board, where you go in and you just apply to whatever you see. And yes, you can search there too, but I will say there's more scams that I've seen pop up for people on Indeed. I've seen multiple job scams where companies saying, hey, you know, you don't have to do much of anything. You don't need any qualifications. Just apply this job. And this is where you're finding a lot of times, not every job. I don't want to down Indeed because Indeed is a good website too. But that is where I found more of the, oh my gosh, I found this job on Indeed and it ended up not being a real company. Sometimes these companies are even asking, and I say company like loosely because it's not really a legit company, but they're asking folks for money to apply or for money to complete a background check. There are some companies that do where you do have to pay money for a background check, but normally it's not the case. And then just different things like that, or asking for your social security information when you haven't even had a phone conversation or a legit interview or an offer in your hand. So very sketchy things I have seen, but in general, Indeed is okay. I just say that LinkedIn is going to be a lot better. And to Edward's point, you can really refine your search via LinkedIn. And I didn't even use, so with this search, I didn't even go into using some of the filters really. We were already on the McDonald's page, so it already selected all of the McDonald's, like McDonald's affiliate company names in here. But you can also add in here other companies. Let's say you wanted to look at Coca-Cola. Let's search Coca-Cola. You wanted Coca-Cola company. You could go in here and select the different companies in here. You could select Coca-Cola too. You could select Target. You know, I want to look at Target. Target's my company. I'm shopping there all the time. I should work there. And you can show those results. You can look at the experience level. Let's say, hey, I just got out of college. I only have 2 years of experience. You can look at associate, entry level. If you were looking for internships, you could look at internships and you could show those results. So that's really what I want to be the key takeaway. I have, you know, folks that are asking, what about the remote jobs? Remote, you can just click that, click remote and show the results. There are no remote jobs at McDonald's. So it brings up the remote jobs. So it refreshed it for you because the search I had did not have those. So it's bringing me what I should be getting, all these remote opportunities in HR. So you could edit it however you want, but I just want to make sure that you see the features here. Now, this is a really good one that I haven't talked about much, but I definitely recommend using the date posted feature as well. So it's automatically in LinkedIn going to default to any time. So you could get something that was posted, I don't know, maybe I want to work at, I don't know, Facebook. Facebook is going through hard times right now. I keep seeing Zuckerberg getting grilled every day. Like I get a notification like he's talking to some senator about whatever. Anyway, maybe I want to work at Facebook though. Well, let's say Facebook has had 20,000 job opportunities over the course of 6 months. Well, if I'm saying anytime, I may be seeing a job that was posted 3 months ago. That's not what I want to do. What I talk about a lot here is you want to get the job that has been posted the soonest, like within the past week. If you can get it down to a couple days, that's even better. So past week or past 24 hours, that will be my start, would be past 24 hours. Anything beyond a month, I would just I would just say no unless you're a technical person or you're in a field that's very niche and difficult to find people in. So that would be my suggestion. So just going back here, I'm going to hit the back button a couple times. Actually, it may be easier for me to just search the company. Let me see if it goes back. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Oh, it opened a new tab. Duh. Okay. So I'm going back here. So if you wanted to look at another company, you literally could search in here. Again, I'm just kind of making up things. Like whatever company comes to my brain, unless you guys have suggestions. If you're looking at a company. So you see here, I'm looking at IBM. It's automatically telling me, hey, this person, your connections, works here. So it's going to tell my brain, oh, well, I need to reach out to Sharon. If I see something that I want to apply to, I need to reach out to her. And then it's going to tell you, what's the company about? It's telling you the website. You can go to the website and look for job opportunities if you want to look directly there. Or if you want to research directly on the company site, you can figure out what they're about. You can figure out what their stock is looking like. I'm always interested in that stuff. You can look at the overview of the company. You can look at what they're posting about, like what are they saying. I know during like last year with Black Lives Matter, a lot of stuff was posted up here so you could easily see what companies were saying, what they were talking about. You can look at just different people working here. You can look at different events they may have. You can look at kind of where people, what are the people look like? What do the people look like at IBM? Like, where do they come from? What do they study? All of these different things. You can kind of get that profile out here. You see a lot of their being IBM, techie. A lot of their folks are coming from India, the United States, and China. So that gives you kind of a understanding of, okay, what should I do? People you may know, maybe these are folks that I'm connected with or I share connected with or connection with. It's going to give you all of that good insight that really makes it helpful for you to do that networking. And here's one of the ads that I was talking about. Datadog, this is a company I've searched before. It's saying, Jessica, explore relevant opportunities with Datadog. So that's Datadog paying for that. They're paying to get those advertisements that say, hey, come work here, because they probably need more people. A lot of these tech companies are being, obviously more work from home folks means more tech folks needing to manage everything that's going on. So I've seen a lot of these. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat. Let me see if I have any questions in here. All right. I can't tell you the joy it would have to hear someone say, real brother, I want you to come and work for me. Well, real brother, I'm telling you, it happens on LinkedIn. It happens. I have been that person. Folks that I work with are doing this right now. They're saying, hey, I see your LinkedIn profile. And again, we studied this. We looked at the numbers, right? That people that have more keywords in their profile are 13 times more likely to have profile views. Those are the recruiters checking you out saying, can they be a match for these opening that I have, or these couple of openings that I have, or I know that I'm going to have something open next month that's going to need this person with this skill set. Let me go ahead and talk to them. And then the other point of that is if you have a nice headshot, because it's that personalization, right? If you have a profile picture, you're 14 times more likely to receive those page views. And again, those are the recruiters. Those are recruiters saying, hey, come on over. I want to talk to you. So, hey, North Vikings, nice to see you. North Vikings is talking about Biden. All right, we're talking about the jobs, though. Is Biden offering those jobs? Does he know about LinkedIn? That's what we're talking about. So Kiki says Progressive. I shared an update on Progressive, but we can look at Progressive, Kiki, if you're still in here. I will do a search for Progressive for you. And I did share a video a few days ago where I shared that Progressive has a couple of customer service openings that are 100% remote, or at least they looked remote when I did the search. So let's look at Progressive. And so good to see you in here, Kiki. All right, let's see here. So we're going to search Progressive. And Kiki, what I was doing earlier before you came in was I was actually using keywords to search. So let's look at Progressive Insurance. I'm not following them, but I guess I can. So we're looking here. I know someone that works at Progressive. I can't really see their image, so I probably have to click on their profile to really see how I know them or how we got connected. But immediately you see some information about Progressive. You see where they're based in. They're based in Ohio. You also see that what other companies are similar to Progressive that I might actually want to look at. So I'll say Geico, State Farm, Liberty Mutual. I may not just be thinking about these companies in my head. I may have forgotten, like, oh yeah, Geico, I can look there. Or, oh yeah, Liberty Mutual, same thing, duh. It's going to do the work for you. And again, this is why I always recommend people start their job search with LinkedIn. Okay, so we talked about these areas, so you can look at the about and all of that good stuff and see what the company's posting. Now, Progressive Insurance has 225 job openings. So we're going to do a keyword search. We're going to let Kiki, tell me what you want me to search. What type of jobs should I be putting in there? And I'm going to walk through how I do targeted searching. This is the same thing that recruiters do. So recruiters are using Boolean search and targeted search to find people, whereas a job seeker should be using this skill to find the right jobs to actually apply to and, make sure they're being able to find that right opportunity. So I'll give it a minute to see if Kiki's still in here and wants to share any keywords or a job title, and I can help find those keywords for you of a job that you like to search within Progressive. We can do that. Real Brother is saying, but Jess, I mean them saying Real Brother specifically. Not JC, but Real Brother. That would be so awesome. Don't put Real Brother on my paycheck. Right. You definitely don't want that, right? If someone came to you and said, Real Brother, well, I will say, if you have Real Brother in your profile, there might be a couple of recruiters. I can't say if they're legit or not, because there are some that are not. You just have to look some folks up. If they're a corporate recruiter, we know they're legit. But if they're, there have been some scams where people take someone's likeness and take over their profile and they use that. So that's the only thing I would be wary of, is just to make sure you're checking them out. But yeah, I don't know. It could happen. I wouldn't say that 100% wouldn't happen, Real Brother. That would be funny though. Like if like my nickname was Jazzy Jess or something, I don't know. It would be funny if someone was like, hey, Jazzy Jess, we want you to apply for this job, right? Let me see here. Hey, Peanut Butter 524, welcome in. Nice to see you. Okay, Kiki, I see what you're saying. Theft claims. Okay, that's what I'm going to search for then. Let's see. So before I search this though, what I want to do is go to Google, because I want to see what type of jobs come up. I want to see what type of keywords I should use. So we're seeing claims representative, fire and theft adjuster. Okay. Total loss adjuster. Okay. So let's just see what comes up with you saying theft claims. So I'm going to put that in quotes. The reason why I'm putting it in quotes is because I want to see if this keyword or this phrase comes up in the search. I don't know if it will or not, but you see here immediately claims adjuster trainees are coming up here. But let's see what happens when we do this search. Let's see. All right, I don't know if it found anything actually. It just came up blank. Let me try that again. Let me just do this then. Theft and claims. Let's see what comes up. It keeps showing up blank here. I don't know what's going on. Let me refresh this page. What is going on with this one? Okay, so I'll just search claims then. Okay, I don't know what was going on, but I'm gonna tweak the search while I'm over here. All right, so, okay, so we're seeing there's 125 results worldwide for claims at Progressive. So you're seeing it here, a lot of jobs we saw immediately, those claims adjuster trainees. So while I'm over here, what I'll do is edit my search. And I'm going to say claims and theft. And we'll see if anything comes up. Maybe they just don't use that keyword, Kiki. Yeah, it's no jobs matching. That's why. That's why it says that. So when we went over here, though, we saw fire and theft, total loss. So what we could do is search instead. We could do claims and we could just search loss or fire, or I don't know, what's another good one that they popped up over here? Total loss, theft adjuster. I'll just use those then. Let's see if anything comes up. So it went down from 125 results to 60 results. So this would be a good key word like Boolean string to use. Like you could save that. And then, you would go through these jobs. So this is kind of a targeted, instead of you, Kiki, going through 125 jobs, you could use this and do your search. Now, most likely these jobs are going to be remote, but there is a filter over here where you can say you only want to look at remote. So they should show something, but we'll see. Okay, so that narrowed down your search even more, Kiki. So we went from 125 to narrowing it down to the claims and something that includes loss or fire. And we narrowed it down even more to only remote opportunities. So the only thing I'll say be careful about too, it's something I talked about before, it's just the date posted. So the automatic default is going to be anytime. So that could be last month, last week, couple of weeks ago. What you want to always default to is going to be the past 24 hours because that's going to be the most recent. So they don't have anything past 24 hours. So let's see. Let's change it to past week at least. Let's see what comes up, if anything. Oh, progressive. All right, so I'm going to go the past month. That's the only option here, unfortunately. Is not recommended. I do not recommend it. But I don't know why it's saying that because this one is posted 1 week ago. What may be the case here is they may have reposted it. So if, let's say, Progressive put out this post a month ago and they're still looking, they refresh it. I think it still sticks to, originally it was posted a month ago, they've just refreshed it or they've just made edits to it. So the other thing I would look at are the views. So it's only had 31 views. And then it's only had 3 applicants. So I would still be okay with you looking at this job. Now, when we get to jobs where it's like it's been posted a month, there's like, I don't know, 200 applicants or something, or 4,000 views and 500 applicants or anything like that, that's what I would stay away from, just because I don't want it. I don't think is the best use of your time because there's a lot of competition. I don't like to go into environments where there's a ton of competition. I want to be that early adopter or that early bird where I can say, hey, I'm one of the #1 folks and I'm awesome, so look at me. That's basically what you want to tell them. Let me see here in the chat. Let me look at what's going on. Oh, I wasn't even sharing my screen, guys. You didn't tell me. Okay, Kiki, are you in the loss prevention field? No. Okay, let me go through this again because I'm talking this whole time and you guys can't see anything. So here's what I did. I thought you guys could, or maybe it was just me. Maybe I did something weird. Okay, so what I did before, I'm just going back. So Kiki, originally what I did was I just typed in claims. And what came up was all of these claims positions. So we had 125 results, right? So not all of that is what you're looking for. So what we did is we went over to Google and we just did, okay, theft claims jobs. What in the world comes up? Google, help me out here, right? So we see here, Gaines Code, claims representative, fire and theft adjuster, fire and theft total loss adjuster. So we're seeing those type of titles. So we can say, okay, loss, fire, similar things that we can search for, right? Let's see what comes up, because nothing came up when we just searched claims. And so when we did claims and theft, nothing came up at Progressive, right? But when we said, okay, well, let's say claims and we want these two things, loss, we want the job to say loss or fire. What came up? 60 results, okay? And then we said, okay, I want to work remotely. So we selected remote. We wanted to see what the results look like. And then we got those 9 results. So that's a more manageable search string that you can use, and you can look at those jobs, right? And it's all fitting those criteria that you're wanting. And Kiki, I'm just saying that you want to get a remote job because a lot of people do. So let's see here. People have been like having parties in my apartment complex. Like I hear everything going on. Anyway, let's see. So Kiki, was that helpful is my question. And here's the thing too, if you're still in here, Kiki, you can also go to the company and you can go ahead and select some other places. Like you can look at Allstate, you can look at USAA, you can look at, I don't know what else is, we saw Geico. You can look at Geico and show all the results. The great thing is when you have a targeted list and you go to the company page, the company, when you select jobs, it'll already have their jobs or their companies selected. So if with Geico, you see there's Geico this, Geico that, Geico this. So you could look at everything. A lot of large companies are like have these segmented pieces of their business or subsidiaries. So Geico local office and all of that. I don't know if, let me see if I can do multiple. No, it won't let you do multiple. However, if you go to the company, it'll select everything for you. Let me know if you get what I'm saying on that. So this broadens your search a bit more. So you want to go in and select as many companies as you can, have a target list that you can search for, and then you can narrow down like, okay, let's say you want to look for theft again. You really want claims and theft. That's what you want to do. All right, so Allstate might be where you want to look. So we have these things selected. We have claims and theft. We have that we want it to be remote. We didn't put date posting, but if we wanted to put 24 hours, we can kind of see what that looks like. And we got 1 result, within the past 24 hours, this one was posted. It's only gotten 4 views, 0 applicants. You could be the first applicant to that job. So let me know if that's helpful. And if there's any other jobs you'd like me to search for, let me know. Hey, Jasmine Pearls. Jasmine, nice to see you. So you're saying there is a data entry job from Family Dollar on LinkedIn that is remote, but I'm not sure if it's real. Oh, you know what? The best way I say to look at it is to just go to the company site. So what LinkedIn does is they're an aggregator. So what they're doing is they're taking the jobs on the company site a lot of the time and bringing them over to LinkedIn. So whatever the company has posted, they're bringing it over, right? Now, depending on what type of account a company has, there may be someone posting individual jobs. Like they may only be able to have 100 jobs posted every 6 months or something like that. So that's something else that a company might do. But most likely, most of the jobs on LinkedIn are going to be legit. So, okay, I'm going to look at something else. I'm just kind of checking out the comments here. Yes, Jasmine, we can look up data entry jobs. If you're still in here, just let me know you're still in here and we can do that for sure. Jason Graves, I wish I would have done that years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I know a lot of people don't know, how to utilize some of these tools. I'm trained on it because I've been a recruiter for a while. I've been in the HR space, but that's what my channel is all about. I want to bring it to the job seeker. I want to empower job seekers to be able to go and find the exact jobs that they're looking for, and to be able to customize their searches out here so they can find those specific jobs they're looking for versus having to go through 150 jobs on Indeed.com or on Dice.com or something, right? So that's what I'm trying to bring to this channel. Hey, Miss Full Roller, nice to see you. Hello, hello. I don't know who is my moderator in here. I think it might be just Ever Smart. I don't know if Real Brother's still in here or not. Let me see here, but welcome. It's so nice to see you. And you're present. Okay, perfect. So we are going to look at data entry jobs. So I'm going to take this away. And Jasmine, let me know if you can still see the screen all right. I think I can make it into like the full screen where you don't even see my face, which may be helpful, but just let me know. All right, so we are looking at data entry. Now, again, I like to do this because you get to see just different titles. So data entry jobs. So what does Google show? It may just say data entry, I don't know. Yeah, it says data entry. So let's see what pops up. And we even get the data entry operator. Okay. So in one thing, Jasmine, are you looking for something remote? Because we can keep that as one of the filters. And do you have specific companies you want to look for? That's my other question for you, Jasmine. So right now, let me think. We can keep it with these companies for now. Jasmine, just let me know. I'll check the chat in a minute if you want me to look at anything else. Nothing showed up with those companies in the past 24 hours. I'm going to make it, I guess I'll make it a past month just for these purposes, then I'll move from there. Nothing popped up. Okay. Well, let's take away the companies then. So with using the term data entry, oh, it's still selecting these jobs in here. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's just trying to force me to do it, and I don't want to. All right, so now data entry specialist is coming up. Data entry operator is coming up. We saw that title when we did a Google search as well. Data entry associate. So you're able to see some of the jobs that you want to look at. Now we can go back over here and go ahead and select remote, since we see we have 59,677 results. So Jasmine, I don't think you want to go through that full list. I know I'm not. So let's narrow it down a bit. All right, so 6,125 of those jobs are remote. And then let's see what's been posted in the past week. 3,599 jobs have been posted. Now look at some of the titles. So 100% remote loan officer, probably not going to want that. But the rest of these seem to be fairly closely associated with it. And I do want to point out that it's going to pull anything that says data entry. So what we could do to make it a little more specific is go ahead and put in operator, or we could say specialist as well. So when we go and we want in quotes, we're saying, LinkedIn, tell me only I want to see something that says data entry operator, and that's it. This is what we get. We get 268 results, and they're all seeing data entry operator. Okay, let me pop back over to my chat, see what's going on. Jasmine, you can see. Perfect. Jason is listening. Hey, my brother, you're still in here. Hey, and hey, Zero. Nice to see you guys. So I have two moderators, Miss Full Roller. So you are looking for remote. Okay, perfect. So we're looking at that. Companies that pay on time. Jasmine, don't you wish there was a filter for that? The only thing I would say though is to look at companies that have a really good payroll structure, which are going to be the large companies, right? It's going to be companies that have maybe over 10,000 employees, mid to large companies, right? So that's what you're going to want to look for. Not some of these sketchy ones where you're like, sometimes you look at that company and you're just like, I've never heard about this company. And then you start looking stuff up about them and you're like, I don't know. But the great thing you can do, Jasmine, is TransPerfect. Okay, I've never heard about this. What is this? What is TransPerfect? What are they about? You can go and look and see what in the world the company is before you go ahead and spend your time to apply. So TransPerfect is saying they're language and technology solutions for global business. They're located in New York, New York. This is why I keep my location set to New York, because there is still a lot of opportunities in New York, right? They're showing a little bit about themselves. They're showing some posts. You have the about section here. You can see some of their products. Oh, they're not sharing their products. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me see what else they're saying. They're getting some traction. It looks like they have some engagement on their post. So I wouldn't be too worried about them, but I would just do some research. And then if you can look at the people, you can look at where their people typically come from. Most of them come from the US. Okay. People that you might know, or I might know for you, Jasmine. Okay, so we looked at TransPerfect. Now, the other thing we could do, Jasmine, is there a company that you would like to work at? Like, ideal company that you like to work at? Because we can target that. I always say, target the companies you want to work at. That's the ideal scenario. You want to target the companies you want to work at. So you're not in this scenario where you're like, what in the world? Who is TransPerfect? I've never heard about this company before. Let me see here. Chat support and email support. Okay, we can search those key terms. So I'm going to look at that. Jasmine's saying, you saw some bad reviews for TransPerfect? Okay, well, that's an out. I mean, well, I do want to say that sometimes disgruntled employees, like people that some people, maybe they didn't want to work, maybe they just had issues. Sometimes you're going to see some negative comments. But if you see a trend, let me make my stuff bigger. Okay, if you see a trend of bad reviews, let's say you go to Glassdoor or you go, and that's why I love Glassdoor, because they offer those reviews, and Indeed does this too. I'm not bashing Indeed, but you can see those reviews. If you just see like you're on a page and there's like 10 bad reviews out of 20, that's not a good sign. But if this company has like, I don't know, tens of thousands, reviews on them, and overwhelmingly the feedback has been good, and you just see 2 or 3, I wouldn't be too worried about that, especially if the company has a good brand. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat and support and email support job. So let's do a search for that. Okay. And oh, that was the other question, Jasmine. Is there a specific company that you would like to look at? If not, I'm going to pick one for you. Someone said the place looked like they just got there instead of scam like. Yeah, I would stay away from it then. If someone's talking about anything as a scam, definitely stay away. Zero says, I just left a company that doesn't do direct deposit. It's not quick to pay you. Ooh, I don't like that. And even that company that I shared with you guys, where you just get paid to share your opinion and share your ideas and your background and information, they pay you direct deposit. The mystery shops that I've shared, they pay you direct deposit. So that's not good. That means that they may not have a good payroll system in place. They're not able to do that. Okay, so you don't have a company in mind, Jasmine. All right, I'm going to pick one for you then. So where do I want you to work? Well, just because I'm using it right now, I'm just going to say Google. I'm going to place your Google. All right, so going to go to jobs naturally, because I just want to see what comes up. So they have 3,374 job openings right now. Okay. Well, let's just see what Google has. Let's just put in here chat specialist. I don't know. I don't know what's going to come up. I'm just going to see. Let's see what happens. Okay, interesting. I don't know what that means. Do you guys? Let's see. So I'm gonna edit this. So I'm gonna say chat or email or yeah, I'll say chat or email, and then I'll say support or specialist or trying to think of what would be another. I'll even put in here representative to see what comes up. We're saying worldwide, all of that is good. Okay, so you got some better results. I can't remember what the number was because I wasn't paying attention. I was too focused on the characters. But this is what I was talking about earlier, how when you go to the company site and you start your search from there, you're already getting all of the companies they have under Google selected. So I wouldn't have thought about, oh, let's add YouTube, let's add X, the Moonshot Factory. I didn't even know that was a Google company. Capital G, Google Initiative, Nest, Odometry, all of these different acquisitions that Google has. I'm surprised Fitbit isn't in here. That comes up automatically, so you don't have to do that work. So just by editing and saying chat or email and support or specialists or representatives, you could probably go into even more detail with this. We got about 109 results. Now, if we want to get even more granular with this, we could go with remote because I see a lot of jobs. Looks like Google is offering a lot of jobs in China. Let's see what comes up if they have anything remote. Now that's surprising. I'm surprised they're not saying that they have opportunities remotely, but I am going to do this. I'm going to see what comes up. If we do this, let's say I put in here and remote. I just want to see if anything changes. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. All right. Well, I think I got to use another company. And in this case, I am going to, well, let me go back. Let me just go back because I want to see what the titles were. It's mad at me. It's mad at me. Let me see. Okay. I'm doing too many things. Let's see. Even the titles in here, I would say, Jasmine, don't sound too correct. So what I do in these cases, I just go, again, to Google. So I want to see chat support. And I just want to see what titles. So we're seeing live chat agent. Okay. Remote chat agent, chat support specialist. So those are the keywords that I'm going to have to use for this search. So let's see. I'm going to completely close out of that. I'm going to give Google another chance. I'm just going to say chat. I'm just going to search for that to start out. I have high hope for you, Google. And those high hopes have failed. So I'm going to choose another company. Let's see. I want to choose PTEC and AT&T. So I'm going to add them into the mix. Okay, so I've got 76 results that just say chat. Now, if I add in, let's say chat and I want to see the word support or specialist. If I can spell specialist. If I get fit, let's see here. So I just did the minus sign here. I did a minus sign because I don't want to see director. Director was what came up in the search at the top last time, and I don't want to see that, so I'm going to put a minus sign. So this, again, this is These are Boolean modifiers. You're going to use and, ors, nots, or in this case, what LinkedIn sees as a not is a minus sign. And then I'm going to use parentheses when I want a group if I'm saying I want support or a specialist. Let me know if that makes sense. But I'm just doing that as my search, looking at what comes up. I am going to guess, Jasmine, that you're not bilingual in Korean. So yeah, a lot of really technical jobs are coming up. I see this one where it's like a travel customer service rep, and then we have a chat customer service representative. So this might be another title that we can search for. But this would seem right, but it's in the Philippines. So it looks like, Jasmine, a lot of those chat and live support jobs are going overseas, probably because they can pay less to the people working those jobs. I'm trying to think of another company. I'm trying to think of one that maybe I've shared that may have these type of jobs available. I'll just take out the companies and see what trends, if we can get like a big company that shows up. I can imagine that the insurance companies maybe and the banks would show more results, but that's just a guess, me taking a guess there. Rivian, that truck company, shows up. Live chat. Again, like countries out of the United States. So a lot of these companies are looking for folks outside the United States because, again, I suspect they can pay them a lot less. So let's see what happens when I say live chat. And support or specialists, I'm going to take out director and say, and I want English. Because we're getting everything. We're getting all kinds of stuff. So I want English. Zendex is a company that I have shared. I don't know why I didn't think about them. So Zendex may be a company you want to look at. Let's look at this job. I'm going to look at the chat in just a minute. Let's see here. This one looks like a customer support job, but it's like technical. And then again, we see pics, art. I'm going to have to do a little searching for you, Jasmine, because there are not too many showing up here, right? Let me look at the comments for a sec. Jasmine says, I've gotten paid through Pioneer, but it takes a day and a half to get my bank account after I withdraw. I don't know about that. Like if the company says I get paid on a day, I want to get paid on that day. Like I'm not trying to wait around for my money. I want my money. Zero says, I just left a company that doesn't do direct deposit. They are slow paying employees. They don't want to give you a raise and they don't respect the employee. Ooh, Zero. Oh, well, what company was that? So I cannot refer them. Do they have bad reviews on their company website? If they have bad reviews, I'm most likely not going to. I don't see me sharing them out anyway, but yeah, I'm interested. You can send me an IG. If you don't want to openly bash the company, just send me a note so I can look out for them and keep them out of my list that I'm sharing. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, please do work on that like button. Pandy came up with that for me, Miss Full Roller. Please hit that, do that work on that like button, please. Thank you. Let's see. No, I do not speak Korean. Yeah, I wouldn't speak a lick of Korean, not at all. Oh, Pandy is in here. Yes, hi, nice to see you. And Real Brother is speaking Spanish to us, saying hola. Jason says this is interesting. Yeah, I was hoping it would be because I feel like that's a big miss for my folks. I don't feel like there are any other recruiters like me, and I don't see a lot of content on YouTube that's saying like, hey, think like a recruiter, and this is how you find jobs this way. So I wanted to, that's why I have the video. So I think I am done with my search, but I do want to do a little bit more just for Jasmine here. I want to see if there's anything else I can find. So let me look, because some of these companies, I'm just like, I don't know anything about them. So what we see here is live chat agent, U-Haul. That's a legit company, but let's see what comes up in the search for them. I just want to see what kind of jobs they actually have. They don't say they have any jobs right now, so I don't trust that. Plus, it's via Zippy. I've never heard of that before. So I'm going to look at some banks. What's a big bank, guys? Bank of America, I guess. I can't say I like Bank of America, but we'll use them just for purposes of this video. Ooh, their stock is down. I have a lot of people that work at Bank of America, though, and I know all of these folks. This person I know I went to school with. The person's name coming up I went to school with. I have 6 other connections that work at Bank of America. So I guess I shouldn't be bashing them, but they're not my favorite. I had to use Bank of America at one point because I had a corporate card, and their service was just like, okay, it wasn't anything. I was just surprised every time I had to engage with anyone from Bank of America. All right, let's see. We are saying live chat, right? So let's see if anything comes up. Nothing. Nothing comes up. Nope. Bank of America let me down again. My last hope is going to be probably insurance company. I'm going to try Progressive again, and see if they have any live chat folks. Stocks must be down overall. I haven't checked my brokerage accounts, but I'm seeing a lot of these companies trending down. It is trending down. Their stocks. Let's see here. See, if I wasn't showing you guys, I feel like everything would come up. Let's see here. Think of yeah, I think Jasmine, I think we might be out of luck for that one, for live chat. Again, I can search and try it this way and see if anything comes up here. But oh, well, look at this. I could have looked at Nestle. Oh man, but I don't think this is the exact job that you're looking for. Yeah, this isn't exactly the same. Jasmine, you're looking for someone that, like, if you go to a website, the pop message comes up and they're like, chat with a specialist. You're looking for that type of job. And it looks like a lot of those jobs might be overseas. But the overall that I wanted to show is that you can use this tool to really dig in to find those specific jobs that you're looking for. So if you were looking for like this customer support associate, you could really narrow down your search to find opportunities that look like this. I don't know, Jasmine, this might be another one to look at. And I would definitely check out Zendesk. Okay, I'm gonna look at some reviews, or I'm gonna look at some comments. Hey, you guys got me thinking about reviews. I've got company reviews on the brain. Yeah, this is gonna be tough, Jasmine. All right, let me see here. The company. All right, he's given the info. And Kiki shared a company. Okay, I will check that one. PNC, Kiki. I'll try that one again. Centurion Stone. I don't know anything about that company, Zero. I don't know, but it's probably most likely that they do not have a problem. Oh, they do. I don't have a problem bashing them. I forgot they hire illegals. Ooh, almost wanted to call immigration on them. Yeah, They definitely have some corrupt practices. Intuit, yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right. Yes, okay, we're gonna try it with Intuit and PNC. Don't worry, I don't care if it makes them look bad. Oh, the shade. But no, I don't blame you. It feels really bad when a company is like, they're doing something corrupt. That's terrible. I had a friend that worked at a company like this, and I actually had an interview with this company like early on in my career, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you cannot work for this company." So she was trying to leave, and I was interviewing, and yeah. So anyway, let's see. Oh, and I forgot the Christmas bonus that they gave me. That was $35 and ended up 30. Wait, that's a Christmas bonus? People are giving $35 out as a Christmas bonus? Come on. We got to do better. $35? What are you going to do with $35? What did they hope that was going to do? You can't even buy a good present with $35. What? And then they didn't even give you $35. They gave you 32. 32. What they do with the rest of the money? They're skipping. Oh my gosh. Now, it sounds like you would have had to watch all of your paychecks zero. You would have had to go, wait a minute, I'm missing something on here. Pandy's laughing. What in the world? That just sounds sketchy. That's all around sketchy. They taxed the Christmas bonus. Oh, they put in an extra fee. This is the Christmas bonus, but we're taking off a couple of fees here. You use some pens and notepads and you know, you use the internet, all of that stuff, we got to take out a little percentage. Oh my gosh, Zero said that's what I said. That's what it said. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I cannot even. I mean, you do get taxes taken out, but of $35, come on now. Come on now. That's just sad. All right. So let's see. I'm going to use PNC and what was the other one? Intuit, TurboTax. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let me make sure I am sharing because last time I was not. I felt so bad, you guys. All right, so Intuit. They should have some live chat jobs. Am I spelling them wrong? I think I spelled them wrong. No. It's because I still got this search in here, I think. Oh, yeah, okay. Index, still in my search. Okay, so Intuit. That's interesting. All right, so I think I just want to go to the company webpage real quick. So I want to say they use different names, right? They have 7,000. They have over 7,000 jobs. Okay, cool. Well, it is about that time, right? Let's see what comes up when I just put in chat. Let's try this. Lots of inside sales jobs, 29 jobs like that. Okay. So I'll say chat and specialist or support. And then I think I'm going to get off of here unless you guys want to have a chit chat. Ooh, so this would be good, but you have to be a tax expert. Yeah, I think a lot of their jobs, I did share some jobs. It wasn't TurboTax, it was another company, I think. But, but you had to have some type of tax exposure. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Yeah, they have a couple, but you have to have the tax experience. And then I can try PNC. I'll add that to the mix. And I wonder, I'm surprised nothing comes up under TurboTax. I guess not. Meh. Turbo taxi. What is that? All right. So I added PNC, I think. Okay. So one came up for PNC. Let's see what this is though. So it's customer service. I would say, Jasmine, I would just go with customer service and see what comes up from there. I would not focus on the live chats because I think you're going to have some trouble finding something real and something that's not based in like China or somewhere. Okay, so that is the video. And let me see here. I see some comments. Trap Vision said took taxes off top. Off of $35. I'm just floored. Like that seems like an insult. I would really be insulted if someone was like, Jessica, we got a Christmas bonus for you. It's a whopping $35. I'd be like, what the? Like, I would feel better if they just bought something for $35, like bought me I don't know, a bouquet of flowers and said, oh, this is, we're giving out these bouquet of flowers for Christmas, everyone for Christmas, and we're doing something nice. Because at least that shows some effort. $35, come on. Yeah, we had to check. Zero says yes, you had to watch your checks. Oh my goodness. Have you heard of Ventrica Ltd? They have a post on Career Vault. I know Career Vault for a customer advisor email. I do not know about Ventrica. There's so many companies out here, guys. But let me look them up. I'm looking them up on my phone. So let me look at the Glassdoor reviews on Ventrica. Because I use Glassdoor a lot. That's what I use for reference because it looks like it's a company outside the US, Jasmine. So if it's outside the US, I normally don't have a ton of exposure to it. Like a lot of Canada jobs, I've been learning more recently, a lot of Canada companies. But for the UK, this company is based in London, UK. I would look at the approval rating of the CEO, which is 72%. That's okay. 68% though would recommend to a friend. So I don't know about that. That's close to only half of people recommending to a friend. Let's see. But overall, I normally try to stick to 4.0 reviews on Glassdoor or better when I'm looking at a job opportunity. It's close. It's got 3.8 stars or ratings, but I'm seeing in here not awful, but not the best. They like their coworkers, which a lot of companies, I mean, you find people you like, but I don't know. I see a couple of 2 and 3-point stars in here that are recent. Make sure you keep your contact. Yeah, I'm not. Someone said in here, at least they pay you. Oh, at least they pay you. Goodness. Well, that's the minimum that you have to do. You need to pay the people. You got to pay. Like, come on, we're not working for free. You're treated like a child. You have to drink. Wait a minute. You have to drink out of a branded flask and bottles. Little to no training. That's not a good sign. If employees are saying that there's no training, a lot of times that means they weren't onboarded appropriately and they were just kind of left to do their job and figure it out. And sometimes you do have to figure some things out yourself, but there should be some guidance along the way, especially when you're first starting out. I don't like that. I don't like what I'm seeing, Jasmine, about this company. Just to be honest with you, I don't like it. So if I were looking at this job, this would be one I'd probably pass up unless I knew someone that was telling me like, hey, I work there, I love it, blah, blah, yada, 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 you know? Unless I know someone, I'd have to pass it up, Jasmine. Let me see. I have lost my track. Where am I? In the comments. Let's see. What is the word for people who answer social media questions? Oh, like a branding specialist or a social media specialist. Yeah, anything really, if you look at social media managers, even, they're the ones that are going and responding to those messages. I can instant message Teespring on Facebook and they handle all my account needs. Yeah. So that's what you're looking for, Jasmine? Because that's what we can look at too. Let me see. I'm gonna do a Google search. So social media specialist. I mean, it could be a lot of different tasks you're assigned. I don't think you'll only be responding to social media like questions and comments unless it's a really big company. So yeah, social media specialist, or you could say strategist too, I think, responsible for creating and administering content on all social media platforms. Now, typically, and I know this because I worked at a media or public relations firm, they're also managing like the content. Like if someone says, "Ooh, I hate Facebook," they're going to them and like contacting them and saying like, "Hey, tell us about your experience," yada yada yada. So doing that kind of stuff. So if we were looking for that, the keywords I would say to look at, you could include chat. You could include something like chat support or social media support even. I don't know what's going to come up. I'm just going to try it and see, and then we can work from there. And you could say maybe specialist. Actually, let's leave that off. Let's see what titles come up first. And then we're going to change this. We're not going to look at companies. We're just going to look at whoever. Okay, so we got this coming up, Zendex. I don't know if this came up before, but sales strategy specialist, chat and messaging. I don't know about that one. Collect and prioritize, nah. Customer support. Oh, that's something we should have put in here. You could say customer support. Beauty pie, I wonder what that is. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these companies still, I don't know of them. Crunchbase I've heard of. So it's a customer experience specialist. Earn customer love by providing outstanding customer service for Crunchbase customers via email and chat. Okay, so it looks like that's a title that you want to keep. Customer experience specialist. Anticipate issues and find opportunities, replicate and systemize. Okay, so you're going to do some other tasks. You're not just going to be responding to customers online, but email and chat. You're not going to have to be on the phone. Experience with Zendex. So Zendex keeps coming in here because I think they're the tool that a lot of these companies are using to engage with their customers in this way and to provide customer support. So again, I would look at Zendesk, Jasmine, for these type of jobs. Okay. Yeah. A lot, again, like we're also seeing the technical support. A lot of times when we're looking for someone that can engage with customers, a lot of times we're looking for someone that can answer technical questions for people. Like, your phone's not working, you call Apple and you're like, hey, the whatever button doesn't work. They have to have some type of technical knowledge normally to help you. Let me see here. Couple of my roommates still work there but are now fed up with it and are going to quit that job. My advice though, zero to your friends, have them line something up first before they leave. You always want to line something up, okay? Whether that's a job or it's your own business or something, make sure you're bringing in that income. I know right now everyone's kind of like, "Oh, I can just lean on the government," but let me show my face again. The government, I don't see a time where the government has ever said we are long-term dependable. Think back to, the wait time for the money that came through with the stimulus checks. Think about the different, what is it, when they had the government shut down, so people working at the government couldn't work. Like, just tell your friends, make sure they have something lined up. I don't care if it's a business their own, I think that's great, or if they can get something lined up with a company. They should have something pretty solid before they leave so they can keep that income, even though it's late income. Even if it's late, they want to keep something coming in. And hey, Minister Terrence, nice to see you. Appreciate you coming in here. Oh, hey, Brian Lynn, I didn't see you come in. Hey, hello, hello. We're kind of wrapping things up, Brian, if you're still in here. I walked through why I love LinkedIn for job seekers, and I talked through some basic tips about the LinkedIn profile and setup. And then we've just been looking at job scenarios and how you would structure and use keywords in Boolean search to find specific jobs that are targeted to you that you should apply to. So that's what we're doing. We're kind of hanging out. Zero, that sounds like something one of my former coworkers said, saying, well, at least you got something. They didn't have to give you anything. And I told him I didn't want to hear it. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm like, if you're gonna give me something, why would you just give me $35? Like, what, like the thinking behind that, like, what am I going to do with this? If you're giving me something of value, maybe you tell everyone, okay, we're gonna do something for Christmas. Choose of these 3 things that they can have the same value, but at least it's like, okay, I'm getting something I had a say in, of, oh, I get to choose either. Actually, I got this. I had a small anniversary at a company very recently, and they were like, you can pick from. They actually had like 10 different things for my anniversary, and it was like a Tiffany necklace, a Southwest gift card. You could just get money. You could get whatever. So, I mean, if you're going to do something like that, let the employees have a choice. That's not a big ask, right? At least I don't think so. But you guys know I'm very much an advocate for people. I'm kind of balanced in that way. I understand the companies, but I mean, come on, treat your people. That sounds like an interesting position. Oh, which one, Pandy? Is it the customer experience specialist? Zero, I'm talking about that bonus. Yes, I know that $35 bonus. I know I would feel some kind of way about that. Go back and up a little in the chat. Okay, let me see. Oh, now you see why I left, and now I have to go down there to get my last checks on Monday because they give me the runaround. Oh my goodness, come on. And yes, and that was a UK job. Yes. Mm, Jason. Oh, thank you, Jason. You're so kind. Appreciate that. Yeah, I said earlier I had to be a little extra today. I wasn't feeling too great when I woke up this morning, so I had to spruce myself up a little bit. Uh, Wait a minute, Jasmine. What in the world? Your job gave you guys a PDF? A PDF of what? That's a terrible sign. Oh my gosh, I missed so many comments in here. Zero said I was insulted when I saw that bonus. I got so mad that I just walked out without saying anything. It does seem insulting, Zero. I mean, 35, I mean, why? I just like, what is the end goal of that? Why? I don't get it. I'm like, tell me, like, why? Why would you do this? What about Upwork? I definitely recommend Upwork. Yes, I've heard good things about Upwork, and you can do freelance work there as well. No, that would be a great company. I mean, they are new, so I would say they probably have some, learning and growing pains going on with them. But overall, I would say at least everything I've seen about them as a company has been pretty decent. Wait, Jasmine, what's your question? Did I answer it or no? Exactly that. Yeah, I don't know, Jasmine, if I answered your question, but is it just about Upwork? I would say yes on Upwork. And we can't even look at Upwork. I don't know if they have a LinkedIn profile or not. Let me see. But let's do this though. Because Upwork, again, Glassdoor tells no lies. Ooh, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Okay, so you see the information on them. Great. They have a really well built out page on Glassdoor, which is good. And I think I just skipped what I'm trying to show. There we go. Bam. Okay. So 77% will recommend to a friend. I like that number. 86% approve of the CEO. I like that because if you have a strong leadership in a company, most likely things are going to be moving pretty smoothly along in that company. They're making the right decisions to help their people and make sure that they're, supporting their customer base, but then also protecting their employees and making sure their employees are relatively happy. Like normally you're not going to see 100% here or here, but you want to see a good number. You want to see closer to 100%. And then it's a female CEO, it looks like. So she's got some ratings on there. And overall, the company is above a 4.0. So it's a 4.2, which is good. I always look for companies that have a 4.0 or above rating. And then if you look through here, truly a great place to work and make a positive impact. You see some, employees. I don't know if it's going to let me D&I at Upwork. I like that. I need to look at it, but I like that. Work from home. Yes, that is true. I want to say, I don't know if I've shared any jobs at Upwork, but you know, it's freelance work. You can work anywhere. They should concern about freelancer more than clients. So that's one of the cons. Someone's talking about that. Someone's unhappy about them merging Elance and Odesk. But, if you see comments about mergers and acquisitions, that's out of your control. So most big companies are going to be acquiring other companies. Again, those are just growing pains. And then they're showing me like, hey, you might like some of these jobs over here. So cool. But I like them, Jasmine. To answer your question, I like them. I would say, let's look here and search Upwork. I don't know if they have a LinkedIn profile. They should. Yes, they do. They're branded, and they've got to have some full-time opportunities to keep their operations going. So we see 916 jobs, which is to be expected. They're probably not going to be in the thousands yet because they're a freelance company and they're growing. So as they grow, there will be more opportunities. And so let's just type in chat, or we can say social media. It's probably going to garner a lot of results though. So let's try it. Let me double check that I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. Let's try this. I'm going to take out chat and just say social media. Let's see what comes up. Something should come up. No, nothing came up. Okay. Let me take this out because that may be tricking this thing out. Tripping this thing up. That's what I need to say. Okay. So 2 companies selected. Okay, so we see that acquisition. So you want to go to the Upwork page or make sure that you select Elance or Odesk too, because there might be some jobs with them, which is their subsidiary or, their acquired company. And then it's automatically, so when you go into LinkedIn yourself, you're automatically going to get jobs that fit what your skill set is based on your profile and what you normally search for. So a lot of jobs here for, recruiter. Let's see. So let's say I'm just going to put in chat or email, or what's another word for chat or email? Nope. I just want to do a double check. Chat message, electronic email, online. Oh yeah, I could say online. Um, we got 15 results. Customer experience is coming up a lot. So you want to look for customer experience jobs. But it looks like they do have some of those available. So we're going to have to search for just customer experience and see what comes up too. Let's see here. I like how they put their ticker sign in there. How to really knock our socks off. I like their job description. I love it. And you'll see this a lot with startup companies. They can add a little pizzazz to their job description to get you really interested. You can see more of the personalities they probably like. So your responsibilities, identify trends, distill insights, work closely with multifunctional teams. I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for though, Jasmine. I don't think so. It's more analytics, but let me take this out and say, and customer experience. Trying to think, wheels are turning in my brain. I'm trying to think of anything else. No, that's not gonna. You could probably look at some of these senior analyst roles, but they just don't sound like they're really what you're looking for as far as just being able to respond to inquiries that people have on social media or on a website. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm finding, Jasmine. Let me know if there's any other company you want me to look at. Let's see here. Okay, good. Okay, good, 0. I'm glad to hear that. Chat or email jobs. I'm pretty sure that they didn't even want to give that bonus. Number 3 company in the country? Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some companies are just not good at treating their employees well, or they don't care. Like, again, that sends back to leadership. But I'm glad that I got a better job making more money. Hey, getting better hours, and it's a good work environment. That is awesome, 0. I'm so happy to hear that. Hello, Angie Poo. Welcome in. Nice to see you. All right. So I think I am, I'm trying to think. I'm going to take another second to think if there's anything else I can look for. But Jasmine, I might just have to take this search offline and, look for other jobs for you. Oh, you're saying NAC. Okay. I haven't heard of them before. NAC. Work at NAC. Okay. Their reviews. It's thinking. Ooh, honey. No. Wait a minute. I think this one might be it. Wait. I don't know about knack. There's too many knacks out here. Like, what in the world? Is this the company that you're looking for, or is it something different? Because there's a knack systems down here. There's knack IT. What is this? What is that? He's like in a dinosaur or lizard costume. What in the world? Remote is not a perk. It's how we built our company. I like that. But what in the world? That one diverse person in the background in the cut. Okay. That one brown person in the group. They're a small group though, so who knows? They have a few people. I see. They must not have a large team though. They're just growing. Let me see here. This one, Jasmine? Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's not enough here for me to really say just because they've only had 5 reviews. So they have a low review, 2.4, but they only have 5 people review. So let's see. Work for free, nat.it. That is not a good sign. I'm just gonna tell you. Let me do this. That is not a good sign. If you see someone saying you work for free to our discussion earlier, that's how I'm feeling so far. I'm feeling like it's a no. But let's see. Let's see here. Worst experience ever? Ever. Okay. Yeah, they worked at Nat for full time less than a year. That's not good. JavaScript enthusiast says, I have been working for Nat full part time. Okay, so that's one good review. One good review. They're saying they're working in IT. You're not going to work in IT, so just keep that in mind. Still not paying it. This could be the same person, but with a different account or something. I worked at NAC full time less than a year. Which they'll select. You'll select how long you worked at NAC when you put in these reviews. Yikes. What are you doing to the people? Okay, NAC Systems, best place for an SAP consultant. Again, you're not going to be working in IT. So pay attention to that too when you're looking at companies and looking at their reviews. If a lot of folks in IT are saying, this place is awesome, but then everywhere you're seeing reviews from other, teams where they're like, I hate this place, there's something to say about that. Because if you're not going to be working in IT, this may not be the best environment for you. You said the token. There's a NAT token. Let me see. I'm not feeling this. I'm looking on my phone, but yeah, I'm not feeling that one. I'm going to say no. But I am about 2 hours in on here, and I think I've covered really the main points I wanted to at the beginning of the video. So I am going to just close it out this way with just a few reminders. And I'm just going to say, like, with LinkedIn, quick tips, make sure you have a headshot. Again, You're 13 times more likely to get a profile view if you have a headshot. You're going to want to use keywords. And just as we said, we want to use also keyword searching to find jobs. And then you want to highlight your recent experience in your LinkedIn profile. Now, when it comes to searching, just as we did with these examples, you want to be sure that you're searching using some keywords. And Jasmine, to your points about the live chat, I'll do some research on my end to see what I can find for you. And then once I find something, I will put out a video and share that. So I think that is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope it's helpful for anyone watching the playback as well. And with that, I think I'm going to close it out. I'm just going to check out a few other comments in here. Measurement Inc. I have not. Let me see. It's an actual company. Let me see here. No, I haven't heard of it. I'm looking at it online. It's like a virtual school, it looks like. Could be interesting. That could be interesting. I don't know. Let me see. Terrence saying hi to Kiki. Thank you, Minister Terrence. Thank you so much. I don't do volunteer work at a for-profit company. I don't blame you. Exactly. When I said token, I was referring to the right, the token Black person at the company. Right. Thank you. I'll help the job search. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And Paolindo is coming in here. We are closing out the video, Paolindo, but it's so nice to see you. Yes, it's real. It's like Pearson. Okay, cool. Kiki, I may include them in my next job update. I don't know when that will be. I'm slowing down on those updates just because I feel like people aren't as interested in them. So I definitely want to make sure I'm sharing content folks are interested in the most. But I will include that company on my list and check them out. I am doing well, Paolindo. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you. And yes, I am closing things down, but Paolindo, feel free if you would like to catch the replay. I just provided some tips on using LinkedIn in this video. So I will plan on coming back tomorrow. I haven't really figured out my topic. I had something scheduled in StreamYard, but it was private and I didn't unprivate it. So I'll think of something. I think I'm going to go ahead and move forward with a trivia and just have it shorter. I didn't realize I was on here so long. It's been 2 hours. So I need to get off of here. But I definitely appreciate seeing everybody. I definitely hope this is helpful. And for anyone watching the playback, definitely use these tools for your job search. And let me know if you have questions in the comment. I'm happy to answer them. And of course, you can always find me on YouTube, Instagram, or LinkedIn, of course, where I spend a majority of my time, if you ever have questions for me. So with that, yeah, that is the video. So I will close things out. I hope you all have a great Saturday. And yes, please do work on that like button before you leave and share this. If you know someone that's looking for a job, if they've been struggling for a while and they're probably just doing the typical do a quick search, apply to everything, that is not the most strategic approach. You really need to target your search, and that is how you're going to get the best, ROI on your work. You're going to want to spend more time strategizing and being in a place where you can target companies and target how you're going to network and how you're going to specifically look for those jobs that you're most qualified for, versus just applying to everything in sight and feeling like you're spinning your wheels and you're getting nowhere. So if you know someone that you think they might be spinning their wheels, share this video with them, show them the light, and show them some tools that they can use to find better opportunities and be a better, match for jobs that are out there. So again, you guys know I love to talk. I like to talk. I do this for a living. So with being in HR space. So I'm going to get off, but appreciate you guys today. And I will plan on seeing you tomorrow for a brief trivia. I will figure out the topic later tonight and post it up. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye.